Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are here with a new topic, and sometimes it's really confusing for the people who just cannot differentiate between the different functions of a verb. All right, verb is not just a verb, but it acts as an actor in different movies, different roles. Just like sometimes it plays a role of modifier in a sentence, and sometimes it actions as a verb in a sentence, and sometimes it works as a noun in a sentence. Okay, first of all, let's discuss with the major two types of verbs, that are finite and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs are those which are bounded by the certain boundaries like number, subject, and tense. Alright, for example, she runs very fast. Here, she is a singular subject, and that's why we have added s in the main verb runs. Alright, but in non-finite verbs, the case is all different. They are not bounded by the number, tense, or the subject of the sentence. Alright, let's further explore it while we are discussing gerund, infinitive, and participles. And these gerund, infinitive, and participles are called non-finite verbs because they are not bounded by the number, subject, or the tense of the sentence. For example, if we say that swimming is good for health, then swimming will be same in future, in past, and in present as well. It will not change because it works as a noun in a sentence here. Alright, let's have quick comparison between the forms of verbs. Gerund works in a sentence as a noun. It adds ing form V4. Okay, and it replaces it. For example, I enjoy reading. Here, reading is a gerund. If we replace it with it, we will say that I enjoy it. Okay, infinitives are the forms of verb which also works as a noun in a sentence. The structure of infinitive is to plus V1. For example, to run, to eat, to love, to walk. These are our infinitives. These are verbal nouns used to do something, to show purpose. For example, I go to school to study. Here, to study is the infinitive which shows the purpose of going to school. Right? Now, participle have double structure. Sometimes it takes V3 and sometimes it is V4. But unlike infinitive and gerund, it works as an adjective in sentence. Like those two, those both work as a noun in a sentence, but participle works as an adjective in a sentence. For example, I saw a crying baby. Crying baby, crying, the word crying shows the, or we can say it modifies the noun. Which kind of baby? Crying baby. Alright, so whenever we use any word before noun, it is called adjective. Alright, so crying baby, crying, the word crying is a participle, a gerund. First of all, it works in a sentence as a noun. How? For example, I enjoy reading before bed. Here, reading is a gerund. Alright, ये reading जो है ये gerund है, ये यहाँ पे कोई वर्ब की तरह काम नहीं कर रहा, बल्कि ये एक एक्टिविटी है, ये एक हैबिचुअल एक्शन है जो सब्जेक्ट जो है वो करता है बिफोर गोइंग बेड. Alright, because the pure verb is existing here in the sentence. I enjoy. Here, enjoy is the pure verb. But reading is not working as an action here, but it works as an activity. It's working as a noun in a sentence, right? Stop making fool others. Stop is a verb and making works as a noun. Making fool others. दूसरों को बेवकूफ बनाना छोड़ दो. ठीक है, तो ये जो है मैकिंग, ये इज अ जेरेंट यहाँ पे काम कर रहा है. ठीक. और he finished eating. he finished eating. यहाँ पे ये फिनिश जो है ये इज अ वर्ब यहाँ पे काम कर रहा है, लेकिन ईटिंग जो है ये एज अ जेरेंट है. उसने खाना खत्म कर दिया. ठीक. The next rule of gerund is it follows certain verbs like this: enjoy, stop, finish, avoid, etc. These are the verbs. If you say I'll provide a list of words which are followed by gerunds and the list which is followed a list of words which are followed by infinitives. Okay. The third rule of this is it describes ongoing or habitual actions like this: I enjoy reading before bed. Here, reading is my habitual action. It's my habit. It describes my habitual action here. Alright? So, sometimes gerund works as a noun in a sentence, and sometimes it shows the habitual action, and sometimes, अच्छा, one other thing. Noun हमेशा क्या करता है? Noun sentence में या तो subject की तरह काम करता है या तो ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह काम करता है. नाउन हमेशा सेंटेंस में या तो एज अ सब्जेक्ट आता है या तो एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट आता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, स्विमिंग इज गुड फॉर हेल्थ. हेयर स्विमिंग वर्किंग एज अ सब्जेक्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस. ऑलराइट, बट व्हेन वी से he finished eating, he finished eating. Here, eating acts as an object of the sentence. It works as a complement of a sentence. So keep in mind, हमेशा जब भी noun sentence noun की बात हो तो noun के functions क्या होते हैं? या तो वो sentence का subject होता है या तो वो sentence का object होता है. Keep in mind. ठीक है. तो gerund जब मतलब वो जब भी सेंटेंस में आएगा एज ए नाउन तो वो या तो सब्जेक्ट होगा सेंटेंस का या तो वो क्या होगा? ऑब्जेक्ट होगा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इट डिस्क्राइब ऑनगोइंग और हैबिचुअल एक्शंस. वो हैबिचुअल हमारे हैबिचुअल एक्शंस जो है वो हमारे क्या करता है? डिस्क्राइब करता है. और उसके अलावा एज वी डिस्कस्ड दैट एंड द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव्स इज 2 plus V1, right? And it also works as a noun in a sentence. And I discussed that noun हमेशा जब भी सेंटेंस मतलब नाउन की बात आए तो वो सेंटेंस में दो तरह का काम करते हैं. एक या तो वो सब्जेक्ट होगा या तो ऑब्जेक्ट होगा. ऑलराइट. और उसके अलावा इन्फिनेटिव्स जो हैं वो क्या शो करते हैं? वो पर्पस और इंटेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दे केम टू हेल्प अस. यहाँ पे क्या छो रहा है कि या तो उनका पर्पस था वो हमारी हेल्प के लिए आए या तो उनका इरादा था वो हमारी हेल्प के लिए आए. ठीक. उसके अलावा समटाइम्स इट आल्सो वर्क्स as a possible action in future. It shows possibility in future. For example, I want to travel means I want to travel. It is possibility which shows future. Alright. How it works as a subject in a sentence, let's discuss. It's important to listen carefully. Here, to listen is an infinitive and it works as a subject. It works as a subject of the sentence. It's important to listen carefully. How an infinitive works in a sentence as an object, let's discuss. For example, I want to learn English. Alright, here I is a subject, want is a verb, and to learn is an object, and it's a direct object. Now you'll ask that what is direct object and what's indirect object. Direct object is something which answers the question what. For example, here if I ask what you learn, you'll say I want to learn English. This is direct object. And what is indirect object? It usually answers the question like to whom or for whom. For example, I give him a book. I gave him a book. Here, him is an indirect object. But questions to whom? To whom you gave the book? I gave him a book. All right. What you give him? It answers the question. What means book is a direct object and him is an indirect object. Right? Okay. Now, verbs which are followed by infinitive are want, hope, decide, plan, promise, etc. These are the verbs which are always followed by infinitive. And there are also bare infinitives. Which bare infinitive? Most of us know the infinitive is to plus V1, right? Like to eat, to sleep, to run, to dance, etc. But sometimes English drops the to and leaves the verb bare. This is called bare infinitive. Alright? The structure of bare infinitive is only V1 form, the only verb. But keep in mind, it does not act as a verb in a sentence. It works as, keep in mind, it is always infinitive, whether it is bare or infinitive simply. ठीक है, मतलब हमेशा infinitive जो है वो एज अ नाउन ही काम करेगा सेंटेंस में, वो एज अ वर्ब काम नहीं करेगा. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, I saw him run. I saw him run. So here run, I saw him run. Saw is the pure verb of the sentence. I subject, saw verb, him object, run क्या है? bare infinitive है. ठीक है, ये ऑब्जेक्टिव केस बयान करता है इधर. ठीक है. bare infinitive कहाँ पे यूज होता है और कब यूज होता है और उसकी आइडेंटिफिकेशन क्या है, किस तरह से हम उसको आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. वो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आफ्टर सर्टेन verbs of perception. These are the verbs after which we use bare infinitive. See, hear, feel, watch, notice. ठीक है. ये जो है ये क्रैम कर लो, ये मतलब रट्टा लगा लो कि इन verbs के बाद हमेशा bare verbs आते हैं, bare infinitive आता है. ठीक है. जिस तरह से मैंने बताया, I saw him run. So saw is the past form of see. और उसके बाद after, let, make और help, इन तीनों वर्ड्स के बाद भी bare infinitive आता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, let me go. let के बाद हमेशा bare infinitive आएगा. उसके बाद हम कभी भी to जो है वो यूज नहीं करेंगे, हमेशा bare infinitive आएगा. make के बाद भी हमेशा bare infinitive आएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, they made her apologize. ठीक है. help के बाद भी, ये तो वेरी कॉमन है, हम डेली लाइफ में भी यूज करते हैं, इसके बाद भी हमेशा bare infinitive आएगा. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, he helped me find the keys. हम इस तरह से नहीं कहेंगे he helped me to find the keys. Alright? And after expressions with had, better, would, rather or rather than, इन तीनों के बाद भी हमेशा bare infinitive आएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, you had better study. ठीक है. इस तरह से नहीं बोलेंगे कि you had to better study. ठीक. या I would rather stay home. इस तरह से नहीं बोलेंगे कि I would rather stay to home. I would, या फिर I would rather to stay home. इस तरह से नहीं होगा. ठीक है. और द अदर थिंग, हमेशा मॉडल वर्ब्स कौन से होते हैं? लाइक कैन, कुड, माइट, मे, मस्ट, ऑट, शुड, इनके बाद हमेशा bare infinitive यूज होता है. ठीक है. हमेशा जब हम भी मॉडल वर्ब्स आएंगे सेंटेंस में, वहां पे हम bare infinitive यूज करेंगे. काफी बार ऐसा हुआ है कि मतलब जब टेस्ट होते हैं तो उनमें मॉडल वर्ब देते हैं सेंटेंस में और उसके आगे जो है वो infinitive दे देते हैं, जो कि हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है एरर कि एरर कहाँ पे. तो एरर जो है वो हमें वहाँ पे ही होता है जहाँ मॉडल वर्ब के बाद जो यूज हुआ होता है, ठीक है। तो ये जो है एरर है। नाउ पार्टिसिपल, व्हाट इज पार्टिसिपल? एज वी डिस्कस्ड, इज it works as an adjective in a sentence, right? Participle has double structure. Sometimes it is in the form of V3 and sometimes it's in the form of V4. All right. You know what is adjective? Adjective हमेशा क्या करता है? नाउन को मॉडिफाई करता है, उसकी मीनिंग को बताता है, उसको डिस्क्राइब करता है सिंपली, ठीक है। नाउन को डिस्क्राइब करता है, ठीक। अब देखते हैं एग्जाम्पल्स। द रनिंग वाटर इज कोल्ड, मतलब कैसा वाटर, कैसा वाटर जो है कोल्ड है, वो रनिंग वाटर, जो बहता हुआ पानी है वो कोल्ड है, ठीक है। दिस इज अ ब्रोकन चेयर, किस तरह, मतलब कैसी चेयर है, वो ब्रोकन है, वो टूटी हुई चेयर है, ठीक है। आई सॉ अ क्राइंग बेबी, किस तरह का बेबी, कैसा बेबी आपने देखा? अब मैंने रोता हुआ बेबी देखा, ठीक है। ये जो है ये V4, इसमें V4 आता है, जब भी इंग फॉर्म हो तो वो V4 होता है, एंड ये EN और ED हो तो उसमें क्या होता है, वो V3 होता है, जो हम पास्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब वी कैन से, ठीक। दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे। I hope you have found it